We're very pleased to have with us our guests, Dr. Peter Brewer and Betsey Brewer, his sister, who are part of a great Worcester County family-owned business. Not a typical business, but one that brings a lot of, I think, excitement to families and to kids and people of all ages. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Well, maybe Peter, we'll start off with you. You know, the Brewer family and Southwick Zoo, synonymous. Maybe a little history for our viewers about the zoo.
Yeah, we go back a long way. The original homestead was started in 1803, and my grandfather had a real love of waterfowl and exotic birds. So back in the 40s and 50s, started raising and breeding some of those, and then the zoo kind of blossomed from there. So it's been in the family for a while. And we love it, and I'll tell you what we really love is when people come and we see the smiles on everybody's faces to come to the zoo. It's a great feeling, and we love all the animals there. We've had a few new births this year. We just had a nice little giraffe baby born.
Wow.
Actually, we had two. I have one up at the vet school right now that we had a little problems with that we're working on. And I graduated from Tufts, so I work with the vet school up there, and it's a great beneficial thing for both of us.
Yeah,
so.
And obviously not only for the zoo, but for someone like you. But I think a lot of times people in Central Mass, you know, with Tufts having the Cummings Veterinary School there, it's a great resource for in lots of different ways for people with pets, but for zoos,
yeah,
for the medical
even, you know,
research.
It definitely is, you know. When I went to vet school, they teach about domestic animals pretty much, and zoo animals are a little different, but really not so. You know, horses are zebras, and giraffes are actually ruminants, which are like goats and antelope and sheep. So there's a lot of similarities. There's just little nuances that we have to work through, and I love working with the vet school.
And the other important piece, in Worcester County, we have more farms than any other county in Massachusetts, and there's a whole set of animals that need care.
Right, and actually, I work with some of the farmers. We have a farmer next door to us that I get some cow colostrum, which is some of the colostrum that newborn animals need. So I even work with some of the local farmers too.
Well, Betsey, multiple generations here. You know, spring coming. What do you want to? How's that all working?
Well, you know, it's exciting. We're the largest zoo in New England. We're kind of out in the middle of suburbia, the middle of nowhere. And Mendon, and a lot of people driving out there can't believe that we are the largest zoo in New England. We have over 850 animals and about 150 species. We've just built a new reptile and insect habitat so people can walk through there, which is very exciting. The most popular is probably deer forest, and that is a 35-acre habitat where you can walk in and among the deer. And people love that interaction with the animals, getting close. And that's probably one of the things that we pride ourselves on, being able to get very close to the animals, because we feel that if you can get close, you're going to care more, you're going to do something to help, you know, wild environments, endangered species. We do a rhino encounter, and you can actually touch the rhinos. You can scratch behind their ears, rub their butts, and they'll stick their tails out and curl them. So it's really exciting. We try to do a lot for conservation and education. And we have a nonprofit called Earth that stands for Environmental Awareness of Resources and Threatened Habitats at Southwick Zoo.
So kind of through the experience at the zoo, kind of helping encourage you know, people of all ages, but you know, environmental stewardship, you know, getting involved locally, a big part of the mission.
That's what we feel is the point. That's what it's all about, you know, giving back to the community, but also the animals that we care for and the wild environments that surround us, and that people are really unfamiliar with. I feel like we're removed from nature now. We're not really involved with it.
As connected.
And as connected, absolutely. And we try to give that experience.
Well, two young daughters who've visited the zoo on several occasions. Also for kids, I mean, it's the zoo and kind of the interaction and interactive opportunities that you provide also is a touch point in terms of triggering interest in STEM, science, technology,
Absolutely.
engineering, and math, especially the sciences, raising that awareness.
Oh yeah, we actually work with Tufts on their STEM program too for young kids. And we actually had a STEM program that we did with the Mendon school system with 7th grade girls to increase their scores in science, technology, engineering, and math. And that was great. They helped us design a leopard habitat. So we do a lot of community involvement, and we like to get out there and that's where my passion lies, you know. And if you like to come to the zoo just for entertainment, we have a train ride and a safari ride, as well as kiddie rides and food venues and all sorts of things that make it a fun day.
And some food expansion venues, opportunities?
Yes.
Yeah, we're building a new restaurant for the zoo. We've done a lot with the animal habitats, and we have some new exhibits too. We're building a new aoudad exhibit. I don't know if you've ever heard of an aoudad.
No, I was going to
it's also called the Barbary sheep, and they're from Africa. And to make room for the new restaurant, we had to move that habitat to another area. So my brother actually is in the construction, and we built a huge rock mountain for these sheep, and that's going to be completed. And we're also doing a new habitat for some red river hogs that we're getting in, which are wild pigs from Africa that are pretty cool. And they are very red, so that's the name.
Red river hogs.
Red river hogs. They're going to be coming later, probably in June. But yeah, the restaurant's exciting, you know. It's just going to be a nice venue for people to relax at the zoo a little bit. We're on a hillside, there's a lot of walking, and I think that'll be great for people to sort of relax and have a meal and enjoy the zoo.
It's going to be beautiful, full service, 150 seats, hopefully open year round. It's quite the project.
Yeah, it's the biggest project
Undertaking.
we've taken. Yeah,
it sounds like, but you know, 50 years in business.
Yes, over 50.
50 years, which is last year. Congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you.
You know, that requires a lot of reinvention and kind of repurposing and kind of how do you, different generations, different ages.
You have to change, you know, and you have to improve. And I always say, you know, the zoo itself is a for-profit, but we operate like a nonprofit. At the end of the year, we decide, what are we going to do to make it better? What are we going to improve upon? And I think anybody that's come to Southwick Zoo sees that and knows that it truly is, you know, our heritage and a labor of love for us. So we try to make it the best that it can be.
Well, we're coming to a close in our segment, but the season has begun.
The season has begun.
And 7 days a week.
Yes, 7 days a week, 10 to 5 every day.
10 to 5 every day. And if people want to go online, they want to learn more?
Absolutely. Go to our website, please. It's southwickzoo.com, and there's a lot of information there.
Good.
Yeah, we have a great website. Well, it's really worth visiting.
Great website for a great experience, and we want to encourage our viewers to head down to Mendon, a great local attraction.